Well, hello everyone. Welcome to P.B.M. Vending. Well, I just got back from collection day and I'm going to make a couple of videos. This is the video I promised, about a month ago. And here's what I mean. Let me start at the beginning. I was in an account, my collection, the last collection day, and I've got a double head machine in this restaurant. And it just so happened that one of the sides was broken and I was sitting there fixing it, trying to, which I did by the way. And while I was sitting there, a little kid, now in this room there were half a dozen different machines, only one of them was mine. And both of mine were candy and both of mine cost $0.25. And the little kid says, "Oh, Daddy, can I get some candy?" And the dad says, "I don't have 50 cents. And when I heard that, I thought, my first instinct was to tell him, "Hey, mine's only $0.25. But then I realized he's got kids. He probably said that for a reason. And then I thought, okay, most parents don't know about machines. I didn't before I got into it. I didn't know what they cost. And so that tossed around in my head for a while. And I thought, okay, so if I was in a restaurant with my kids when they were young, and they came to me and said, "Hey, Daddy, can I get some candy from the machine?" I would have said, "How much do you need?" In which case they would have said 25 cents, 50 cents, whatever it is. And I thought, a parent is not going to tell their kid no over $0.25. They may tell them no, but they're not going to tell them no because it's 50 cents rather than $0.25. And the more I thought about that, the more I realized I was right. But then I thought, being right doesn't prove anything. Go prove it. So I said, okay. So I ordered a new machine, and I told him I wanted to take the quarter mechanism out and put in a 50-cent mechanism, and I wanted it set up for gumballs. Which, by the way, they got that whole order wrong. They gave me a setup for candy machine and then threw in the wheel for the gumball, which I had to figure out how to set. I did a whole video on that, but whatever. So anyway, so now I had this 50-cent gumball machine. Now, for those of you that know what gumballs cost, you make a ton of money at 25 cents, okay? I mean, you can get a box that'll fill 4 machines. You can get for $23, okay? I think that works out to 2 or 2.5 cents a gumball. So selling them for $0.25, you're making a ton of cash. So I decided, because in my route, I sell a lot of M&Ms and peanut M&Ms, and the margins on that just isn't that great. So if I'm going to make money, I've got to make it up on gumballs. And I can make it up, but if I can make 50 cents instead of $0.25, why wouldn't I? So I set this machine up for gumballs, put a 50-cent thing in there, and waited for the right place to put it. Now, what's the right place? Not much competition from candy or gumballs. And in a place where parents would be most likely to just give them the quarters, like on vacation. Because when you're on vacation, you spend money anyway. So I got it placed in a hotel, and when I do gumballs, I fill it all the way up. I just think it makes a better presentation, and they last longer than candy. So anyway, so I went in to collect today, and I walked in, I was like, oh man, my experiment failed. And I don't remember exactly how long it's been in there, but it's been in there maybe a month, month and a half. So I thought, well, I'll just clean it up, because it looked like it was still full. I mean, I could tell there was a few gumballs, but I looked at it and I thought, a couple of bucks. And I opened it up and the drawer was full. I mean, I was like, wow. So I counted the money. There was $19 in there from gumballs. 50-cent gumballs. So I basically got a box of gumballs paid for with one machine in a month and a half. And I didn't put any gumballs back in the machine. It still looks full. So it was a huge success. Now, I told myself if this experiment worked, I was going to change them all to 50 cents. And I eventually may do that. But for most of the places where I have machines, there are other machines, there are competition. And, you can't, if the parent is standing there with the kid and your candy costs 50 cents and somebody else's candy costs a quarter, they're going to get the business. All right. So, but I probably am going to buy another one and hope that I can come across a place where I can do that again. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to buy a bunch of them, but I am going to have one. So the experiment that I mentioned a month or two ago is a huge round success. A 50-cent coin mechanism set up for gumballs. Now, remember, you have to put it in the right place. And for right here and for right now, that's the right time and the right place. All right, well, I just wanted to report back to you. It looked like it was a failure when I walked in, and when I counted the money, it was a huge success. So one experiment down. I'm going to buy another machine, set up the same way, and just wait till the right time comes up. Well, that's about all I wanted to do, just an update on an experiment we did. It was a huge round success, and you guys have a great week, and happy vending.